talks about the sensitive issue of child sexual abuse in the Indian cinema. When the film opens, Veera is shown as a domesticated, shy, civilized girl who follows the conventions of the society, who is ready to get married at a young age. However, she is, due to events, due to her fate, she gets kidnapped by a group of dacoits led by Randeep Hooda. She finds a sense of accomplishment when she is kidnapped and she is made to travel the highways of this country. When she is shifting cities, she realizes that so far she probably suffered from claustrophobia without it being into her own knowledge. She realizes that she is much safe in the hands of a dacoit rather than in the hands of her own family members. There is a very emotional scene in the film. This is the poster of the film. If you look at Alia Bhatt, she wants to release her pent up emotions. There is a very emotional scene in the film where she tells Randeep Hooda that how she was sexually abused by her uncle when she was just 10 to 12 years old. The metaphor that the uncle used to bring her close to himself was by offering her chocolates. He always says that I'll offer you chocolates, but for that you have to come to the bathroom with me, where he would press her mouth closely, he would suffocate her, and he would constantly molest her, which went for 2 to 3 years. This has left Veera in a completely devastated state. What was even more depressing was the fact that she conveyed it to her mother, but by looking at the fear of the society, even during post 2010, which is considered to be a very modern time of this society, yet her mother tells her to keep her mouth shut because of the fear that she may not be get accepted or she may not get quote unquote a good husband. Alia Bhatt in the beginning is tortured and tormented by Randeep Hooda, but because of the fact that she was already tortured and tormented by her own family members, she suddenly finds a sense of security with her own kidnapper, which can also be analyzed as the psychological disorder called Stockholm syndrome, which where the victim sympathizes with the person who has victimized him or her. Alia Bhatt has had evidenced so much violence since her childhood that her company with Mahavir Bhati gave her a sense of a lot of security. She is traveling through the roads and she is rediscovering who she is. She realizes that she is much more than Miss Veera Tripathi, who is the daughter of the elite, who is the daughter of a man who comes from the elite section of the society, Mr. Tripathi. She is something herself and she needs to realize who she is only when she is able to take or only when she's able to breathe in a lot of freedom. Somehow, the four walls of her home, she realizes, gives her insecurity, which is slowly unraveling throughout her journey. Throughout the film, the camera focuses on Alia Bhatt's face. The shots are very candid, and the expression itself show a sense of revelation. She confides in Mahavir and she develops a platonic relationship with him. However, the lack remains in her life when Mahavir Bhati is shot down, because at the end of the day, he is but a criminal. And what happens at the end is that Alia Bhatt decides not to get married to her fiance. She realizes that her life has now one purpose, which is to go and help many such women who were victims of domestic violence like Mahavir's mother, or who were victims of any kind of physical or sexual abuse like she herself. This is the scene just before Mahavir Bhati will be shot down, where if you look close into her face and if you compare it with this particular shot, you can see a sense of security, a sense of calmness, and an innocence in Alia Bhatt's face, where she has ultimately found the security she had been looking for since her childhood. She discovers herself sleeping sleeping on the lap of nature under the blue sky. She is much more happy here. She is much more liberated here than she is in the four walls of her house. My next film that I have taken into account is the very famous film Queen, which also garnered Kangana Ranaut a lot of positive critical reviews and which also made her win national award for her portrayal in and as Queen. This film talks about the journey of a typical Delhi girl, Rani Mehra, who since her childhood is raised in a protective shell where the men of the family protect her and the elder women of the family keep on guiding her how to be a good woman. In the beginning of the film, she is proposed by a good person. I put the word good person. I know it is colloquial, but this is how the society perceives the future husband to be. He tells Rani he is behind Rani. He keeps on convincing Rani that he is absolutely in love with her. However, as the film begins, we see that Rani lives, even though in a very protective family, yet there is a sense of frightening, or there is something that keeps on frightening her with regards to her chastity, her being able to be a good wife, and her being able to carry forward the name of the family. Rajkumar Rao, who plays the role of Vijay, keeps on chasing her and convinces her to marry him. Yet one fine day, he feels that she is not worth it. She is not as stylish and as modern as other Delhi girls are, and somehow he thinks that he deserves someone who is better in terms of wearing good clothes and being able to talk in good English, that too with a fake British accent. If you look at this scene, Rajkumar Rao chases her. There is a sense of fear in Rani's face that this is not acceptable in my society. I cannot be your girlfriend. If you want, you must marry me. Here, this is a confrontation between Rani and Rajkumar Rao, where Rajkumar Rao, when he sees her in a very revealing dress, realizes that yes, now she is worth marrying me. I should go and try to convince her. The shot on the right hand side was captured at a time when she was in Paris, and she was lamenting over the fact that she is struggling everything on her own. Every fight that she has to go through, every struggle that she has to go through, whether it be coming alone on her honeymoon or fighting with goons, she's doing it all alone, and these are considered to be the stereotypical role given by the men in our society. Here is the scene where she was traveling all alone. At the beginning, if you look at all the shots that I have taken, except for the poster, Kangana Ranaut is hardly smiling. There is a sense of frightenedness in her face. Whereas when she comes to a journey, if you look at the picture on the right hand side, when she is with the French man called Alexander, you can look at her face that she is liberated, she's laughing out loud, and she is laughing in a lot of strength and dignity without the fear of future. However, if you look at the previous shot, there is always a sense of security and the question of self-respect and dignity tied to her being a woman in an Indian middle class society. This is the shot where she finally realizes that she does not need a husband to feel liberated, or she does not need a husband to feel what it means to being loved. She is absolutely now in love with herself thanks to her friend Vijay Lakshmi, the role very elegantly played by Lisa Hayden, who is a very bold woman who does not shy away from telling the fact that she had a son just because due to a spur of the moment she had a one night stand with a French man. Here Rani is absolutely liberated, and even the song, the lines are सबने पी है मुझ पे इल्ज़ाम क्यों है, which means that everybody is anyways going to talk about how a woman behaves. All we can do is check our actions and be happy with the sense of fulfillment in our own self. Therefore, these four cinemas that I have taken, Earth, Damini, Highway, and Queen, every film talks about the issue which is a major concern of its era. If you look at Earth, it deals with adultery, it deals with the issues or the taunts or the tantrums that a childless woman hears, it deals with extramarital affairs, it deals with domestic violence against which a woman could never speak. The fact that both the women leave the man alone was something that was not observed especially during the era of 1980s. The film Damini talks about one of the very controversial issues, which is rape, where often the woman is blamed that she must have done something that might have provoked the attention of men. No good man can come and rape a woman, and the fact that Urmi came from a low class family also opened the eyes of many people towards the treatment of domestic help by men and women of the family, to which she is taken with a promise of providing her for security. However, not even a basic financial security is provided to her. It can also there can also be seen resemblance between the character of Damini and the character of Sita. Both have to go through ordeals at many steps, and the husband are never with them when they are performing the ordeals. They rather join their wife towards the end, where she has fought most of the struggle all alone. Highway looks at the portrayal of a girl who has been told to behave like a civilized girl who comes from an elite class of the society. However, there are a lot of pent up emotions which are bottled up inside her since ages. It talks about the very controversial theme of a child sex abuse and how a woman is never safe even within the four walls of her family. Never in the film Alia Bhatt overtly shows the kind of sadness that she has, except towards the end, where she confronts her uncle in front of the whole family and she says that, "Are you not going to offer me chocolates and press my mouth? You remember how I used to shout?" And that film probably gives goosebumps to every person who sees that film, where Alia Bhatt shouts thrice. The last shout is very long than the first two shouts, which sums up the agony of all these years that she has gone through. The film Queen does not overtly talk about any kind of torture or dilemma faced by women. It rather talks about finding a sense of fulfillment by Indian women who are expected to get married within a quote unquote right age and bear children quote unquote within a right age. Rani being coming from a very low middle class family from Karol Bagh of Delhi, which is the hub of gossip mongers, yet she decides that I'm very okay with the fact that I may not be able to marry, and she is the one who tells her husband that it's time to move on, and she returns the diamond ring that her would-be husband had offered her. Therefore, when we look at films, when we look at portrayal of women, entry of women in public sphere had always been a controversial issue. However, the Indian society and the Indian audience have become quite well acquaintance with the role of women. Women are no longer those crying ladies in a 6 feet sari with a 6-inch smile and a big bindi on their forehead. They have come out of their comfort zone. The topic itself was very vast, yet I chose somewhat art house cinemas. There are other spheres too, such as commercial films and item songs, where women have shown very bold roles, yet due to constraint of times I focused on only 4 kinds of portrayal of women who choose to live their life all alone without the presence of men. of women who can go even against their husband to fight against violence against another woman, of a woman who does not shy away anymore into confiding into a stranger and talking about her agony that she faced as a child, and about a woman who decides not to get married because that is an option available to her. Therefore, I would like to conclude on the fact that if we analyze the journey of women across ages, we would be able to see that they have been able to rightly represent the ethos and the ideology of the society. However, still some heroines or some actresses have been put under the radar of morality police. Unless these constraints are removed, reality will never reach the audience. Thank you.
Sandhan, All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.